Okay, so this is video number 1 for 9.1, Adding and Subtracting Polynomials, Day 1 Notes. And in this first video, we're going to be looking at several different vocabulary words. And you really need to know these words. Like what I told you, you need to know coefficient and what else we talk about? Base and exponent. Same thing here. You need to know these vocabulary words so that whenever I use them, you know what I'm talking about. So the first one is a monomial. It is an expression that is either a number, a variable, or a product of a number and one or more variables. Each of the following is a variable. Now this is a number. It's also considered a constant. Okay, the next one, y, that's a variable. It could be any variable, any letter of the alphabet. Negative 5x squared y is the product of a constant and variables. We have negative 5, and then it's times x times y. That's the expanded version of that. On the next one, this is the product of a fraction and a variable. Now I know it doesn't look like the product, but it actually is. It's actually 1/3 times c. So all of these are considered monomials. Now a constant term, this very first one I put 12, but it could be any number on the number line. Okay, now notice this little disclaimer here. The fraction c over 3, whoops, is a monomial. But the expression c over x is not a monomial because there is a variable in the denominator. So if there's a variable in the denominator, then that expression is not considered to be a monomial. Alright, so we looked at monomials. Now let's look at another term, degree of a monomial. Now the degree of a monomial is the sum of the exponents of its variables. So this is important. Variables. For a non-zero constant, the degree is 0. So if there's not any variables, the degree is 0. And then just for a little throwing this in here, 0 has no degree. Okay, so let's look at some examples of that. So first of all, you're going to determine the variables. In this a part, 2/3 x, x is the variable, and x has a 1 for a exponent. So since there's no other variables, then x, the degree of this term is 1. Okay. Now, in letter B here, 7x squared y to the third, the variables are x and y. X has an exponent of 2, y has an exponent of 3. We're going to add those together to find our degree. In letter C, negative 4 does not have a degree. I'm sorry. It does not have any variables. Negative 4 does not have any variables, so therefore the degree is 0. Okay? The only one that doesn't have a degree would be 0. So if I said find the degree of 0, you would say no degree. Okay. All right. Another vocabulary word we're going to be looking at is a polynomial. A polynomial is a monomial, or, and what we're going to be looking at is this, the sum or difference of 2 or more monomials. So this is an example right here of a polynomial. We have 3x to the 4th, then we have plus 5x squared, minus 7x, and then plus 1. So there are 4 monomials here. Now, we're going to look at how to find the degree of the polynomial. We have, first of all, you need to know that standard form means that the terms are in order of the degrees. So 3x to the 4th plus 5x squared minus 7x plus 1 is in order of the degrees. So let's see why. Well, the first one, the degree is 4. The second one, the degree is 2. The third one, negative 7x, has a degree of 1, and then 1 has a degree of 0. So it's in standard form. Now we're going to look at how to find the degree of a polynomial. So to find the degree of a polynomial, you first find the degree of each monomial term. So we have the degree is 4. Here the degree is 2. Here the degree is 1. Here the degree is 0. So remember, they are in order from least to greatest of the degrees. And now to find the degree of the polynomial, we ask ourselves which degree is the largest of the monomial's degrees. So that degree would be 4. Okay, so that's how you find the degree of a polynomial. All right, next move on to video number 2, and we'll look at some more examples.